Namaste, beloveds. This is Jen, and without any warning to anyone, we're making a video. A video is being made, a live video, so no one knows it's happening. We'll give whoever a couple of minutes to join. I have got an important message about the event. Oh, I know what it's about. It's about Lemuria. I've been getting loads of messages about Lemuria. Definitely, right, sister? Yeah, I'm getting loads of messages about Lemuria at the moment, and I think that's what's going on. So much inspiration and energy today. Oh, Harris woke up with a lot of energy. I know, it was totally spontaneous. I wasn't planning to make a video, but I got the inspiration, and we all know, like, I get a lot of inspiration from my readings, from my tarot, and my videos as well, but from my tarot readings. So we are actually going to be going into doing a tarot reading, because it's time that we had a little bit of an overview and an insight into what's actually going on with the current energies. And where I was predominantly doing divine masculine, divine feminine, twin soul readings, I'm now incorporating fully the energies of the event, the cosmic event, and how this is affecting twin flames and twin souls, and what our role in this event is. Yeah, so that's why the main thing that we're going to be doing is going to be doing a reading. Gotta love a bit of a tarot reading. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So before I go into that though, yeah, just want to share, like, for myself, I feel and have received very, very clearly that it has begun, that the event has begun, like the big cosmic event has begun. I do not feel as though the massive tsunami that we have named Divine Grace has arrived just yet, but what I am being shown is that the preliminary waves, like the really massively huge preliminary waves, are being experienced by us starseed light workers. And so I think for all of us, you know, no matter at what level we've been on, or we are on the awakening journey, there is definitely, like, a very deep and profound expansion going on. Like, there certainly is for me, and just learning stuff about the earth and about what was actually been going on this planet, like, they failed to mention in schools, or, like, you know, the media, like, where they're meant to tell you about actually, like, your actual planet, like, where there existed highly advanced civilizations such as Lemuria and Atlantis, and, you know, and whatever. Would have been lovely to have learnt about that, wouldn't it? But alas, you know, for myself, it was purely a case of, well, I don't know, like, I didn't really have an understanding about Lemuria, because I'd always really connected with Atlantis. And, like, so everyone who's been working with me knows that I kind of specialise in healing the trauma of the timeline of Atlantis. So that has been very, very predominant for me in my work. And I was always waiting to receive, like, understanding about Lemuria. And, like, it's happened. I received it. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal what they're showing me about Lemuria. And they're showing me that it was a Pleiadian colony. Like, the Pleiades are kind of, like, you know, spinning around on their little ships over above us. And they saw the beautiful, pristine earth with an exquisitely pure waters and minerals, and, you know, and they were like, oh, let's go and make a Pleiadian colony there. And they were like, yes, let's, that's a fantastic idea. All popped down to, you know, created Lemuria, fifth dimensional Lemuria. God knows what everyone looked like and how tall they were. I'm imagining they were humanoid, but they were probably quite tall, because they would have been Pleiadians. But anyway, so yeah, learning all about that, and learning about, remembering, I should say, that you know, that really did exist on this earth. Like, those sacred temples existed on our beautiful earth, and that's what I am connecting with, and the legacy of that time, which is connected to this time, and the reawakening and the reactivation and the coming online of all of those extremely powerful technologies and gifts that were left there, stored there for us, you know, at the time of Lemuria. It's really, really, for myself, like, this is what's going on for me with the wave. Like, I'm learning about what actually has been gone down on the earth. Like, whoa. Because I guess for myself, you know, I've done all my sort of ascending into my multidimensionality, and then it was a case of like, right, okay, got to, like, you know, actually catch up now with, like, whoa, this earth is like, holds memories. And so yeah, we're all going through the event in our own individual way, and it's absolutely fascinating, and there's like this absolutely phenomenal sense of expansion no matter where you are on your spiritual awakening path. This is what I've noticed. And Shannon Wright has got confirmative. See if there's any comments. So I just wanted to speak about that, brothers and sisters. Lemuria is healing the seas. Yes, yes, yes. Lemuria is healing the seas. That is such a powerful knowing to hold, isn't it? Thank you. Who said that? Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. Ooh. Lemuria is healing the seas. Yes, that is true, because of the frequencies of Lemuria and the technologies at the time of Lemuria would have, you know, been able to very, very easily deal with all of the, you know, the mess that's going on the 3D level. Hi Debbie, hi Jen, hi Pramadima. I've been told minerals are more of a focus than crystals. Crystals are of course wonderful, but let's not forget minerals. Let's not forget minerals. Yes. Yep, you can see the energy daily. Yes, love the outfit. Oh, thank you. Oh, good compliment about my outfit. Thank you very much. So, yes, beloveds, I just wanted to share about that. And I'm sure, you know, it's really, really fascinating how it's all going on for everyone, isn't it? It's such an individual experience. And but one thing we can say for sure is that there is definitely a switch up, and life is no longer boring on the 3rd dimension. In my opinion, like, the energies have got kind of funky. You know, the energies have got kind of funky, so it's not like life on 3D used to be quite boring, I think. But anyway, it's like, oh, a bit of an energy wave. Oh, that's like, you know. So yeah, Mount Shasta, yeah. So Michelle is saying that she did a bit of research about Lemuria, and that it was connected to Mount Shasta, and I would not be surprised about that, because I myself have visited Mount Shasta and found it to be an extremely powerful portal. Oh my lordy, one of the most powerful portals I've ever been in my whole entire life was Mount Shasta. So Mount Shasta is a 9th dimensional home of Lemurians. Yeah! That would be why I had full, absolute, complete and utter magic at at one of the summits of Mount Shasta. Wow. Oh, I love to Mount Shasta. I love to all these amazing, phenomenal portal points. And also, like, you know, I intuitively sense the huge connection that Hawaii has with Lemuria. I'm really, really feeling a lot of love for those lands, and kind of, you know, and realising that when I was growing up, my best friends, they grew up in Hawaii. So my best friends from when I was about 15 till I was about 21, 22, they had actually grown up in Hawaii. And this was in London. They lived in London, and they were my best friends in London. So isn't it amazing that I'd always had that really, like, somehow that connection with Hawaii. It's amazing. But yeah, I think and a lot of people say it's stretched out to New Zealand as well. So amazing stuff is we're all remembering, you know. I'm remembering about the Lemurian crystal chambers. They're showing me the crystal chambers that actually existed at the time of Lemuria, where you would go into, or somebody who needed healing would go into, and actually these healing chambers are all to do with your twin soul. that's what I've noticed, and I'm realising now that this whole Pleiadian connection is intricately connected to this twin soul mission. Because when I got taken to the healing chambers, the Lemurian pink crystal healing chambers, it was my twin who was healing me. Fancy that. Fancy that. Hi, Lizzie. So there's big information coming back to us about these temples, and that they can be accessed within our imagination, of course. Like, you know, we don't need all these external tools or whatever. So yeah, just throwing that out into the... Ooh, Harris has got chills. Woo! Oh, Amy. Amy's taking copious notes. Oh, this is hilarious. Yeah, so big things going on right now. We've got these inner technologies that are coming online, and we're going to be... I don't think I've ever in my whole life been as excited about a transmission as I am about the 5-5. And as everybody that knows me, I only really kind of let people know about the transmissions about a week before. But now I'm so excited about what's going to be happening on the 5-5 transmission, guys, that this is really connected to the Pleiades, what we're going to be doing. And it's going to be, we're going to be specifically working with Pleiades transmission. And it's to do with really utilising a lot of the Yeshua and the Magdalene Christed codes of the Pleiades. And I'm being shown that Yeshua and Magdalene are Pleiadians. I'm sure, you know, everyone obviously knows that. People probably know that. I'm just realising. Like, all these other channels are like, oh yes, we've been writing about that for since 1978. And I'm like, oh, just realised. Whoop. Do you know what I mean, guys? Yeah, so big massive things going on with disclosure. It's all opening up, everyone's upgrading. You know, this huge massive wave is aligning, and it's all going to happen in God's time. And for those of us truly stable in 5D, there's no time. Time doesn't even exist. All there is the eternal now, and in the now moment it's just absolute pure service and pure showing up in service. Like, there's nothing else to do, there's nothing else to be but like just be present. And like, time doesn't even exist. Time is of the third dimension. 5D, there's no time. All these timelines, they're all available via your own the intention of your consciousness. All timelines are available because you are the master self. Do you know what I mean? So 3D, you forget who you are. 5D, you're like, I'm 5D. I'm in union 60, 70, wherever. You know, I'm multidimensional being. This isn't it. This is just the tip of the iceberg. This who I am here, tip of the iceberg. That's beautiful, Jen. Sending you gratitude heart wave now. Yay! We're doing it, brothers and sisters. So we are the wave. The most important thing to remember is that we are the wave. Like, I take full absolute ownership of being the wave. Like, I really like, and I think God did quite a fine job at you know, at this little section of the wave. Like, I am the wave, you are the wave, we are all the wave. It is our responsibility. We are the embodiment of fifth dimensional consciousness. So that's it. We're getting the message, aren't we? And we're going to go very soon. We're going to go into our beautiful, very exciting tarot reading. I'm going to move the camera. So everyone realises that we are the wave. There's no waiting for the wave because time doesn't actually exist. Time only exists in the third dimension. And as awakened avatar beings, we have access to all multidimensional realms. So, yeah, so time doesn't exist. Like, only in 3D. It exists in 3D. I'm not going to argue with that. It exists in 3D. We all know that. But in, you know, and in that place of remembrance of your multidimensionality, there is zero separation. There is zero separation with yourself and God, and with yourself and your divine counterpart, and with yourself and all. There is zero separation. It's only in the third dimension where the BS has been allowed to go down. Oh guys, we've got to share this video. That says 4 shares. Josh, would you share it please, hon? Can we share it to Twin Flames Eternal? That's a good one. The Twin Flame sites. That would be so cool for everyone to get the live reading, because the more people that tune in, the more actually personally the message is going to be for you. So brothers and sisters, that's all I'm going to say. Time is relative. This is how we think about it. Healing is happening. Steve is beginning to get positive results from health testing. Yes, Amy, I'm so happy. I'm so happy, sister. Just live in the heart. Yes, he did. I must say, we are powerful. Yeah. There is no 5D, it's just the now. We are one. There is no 5D. Well, there's multidimensional realms of consciousness. There's 5D, there's 3D, I would say there's 5D. Sit in the master's chair, heart-based processing. That's beautiful, Jen. Great, beautiful. How lovely to read all your comments. So, I think we're going to go into the reading. So we're going to do Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, and then we're going to do cards for the event. And we're going to go into the very, very exciting reading. I'm excited. Okay, so whoever's watching this, I invite you now to close your eyes and let's all just work together to create a beautiful, beautiful grid of light that's connecting every single soul that watches this around this earth, around this beautiful, beautiful Gaia. And just send your love and send your light with these cards as they're being shuffled. Just really connecting in with your own higher self, who wants to give you this message. Who wants to really, really deeply and profoundly support you in this next stage of your evolutionary path. Just inviting you now to just take a few deep breaths. Just really allow yourself to be present. Just open your heart to receive. This beautiful, sacred message. Higher self is wanting to share with you now. Just take a moment to send a prayer of gratitude to the Creator of all beings, all races and species, Mother, Father, God. Send a prayer of gratitude to your soul for having the bravery and the wisdom to show up here at this time, to bear witness to this transformation of this beautiful, exquisite Gaia. Take a moment to acknowledge your bravery. Stepping into this human form, into a realm where nearly all had forgotten. But you always knew your light was so strong and so powerful that you would always be safe, and that you would illuminate the path for so many others through your courage and your faith. and your knowing that only love is real. Just take a deep breath now. Brothers and sisters, take a deep breath. You now pull the first card for the Divine Feminine. Is movement, choices and decisions. And the card for the Divine Masculine, oh, that's a strong card for the Divine Masculine. That is memories of love. Really strong. That gives me a lot of emotions, actually, the Divine Masculine one, because I think that like, you know, I myself have spoken a lot about how a lot of the Divine Masculine divine counterparts have been in relationships with karmic partners in the last few years. And what we are really seeing and understanding is that the enormity and the intensity and the intelligence of this wave, of this energy wave, is bringing with it a lot of purging for the Divine Masculine, and, you know, a lot of situations that they've tolerated because, you know, they've had a belief in scarcity of like, oh well, I won't get anything better, or this is the best I'm going to get. All of these beliefs now are not in vibrational alignment with this new wave, because the energy of the wave is pure, absolute divine love, and all of the Divine Masculines hold within their heart's core the memory that they promised to return back to this earth to be the conduits of that divine love. You know, although it would appear that many of them are denying that, or have been denying that and have forgotten that, the truth of the matter is they have, you know, our beloveds have been equally as encoded as we have to be the carriers of the knowing. So what this card is pointing to, because obviously for a lot of the twins, particularly the ones that are in this group, the ones that I work with, the ones that are in this community that we've created, a lot of us are in this gateway now of many physical unions, and it happens in waves, and it has to happen in waves. But the message of this card is that the Divine Masculine knows it's you. Like, he knows you're the love of his life, and he knows that he's, you know, done everything in his power to deny that, and kind of because it wasn't maybe the most convenient truth for him, or maybe it was a terrifying thought for him. But whatever's going on, he's like, you know, he's having to face like memories of love, memories of you, Divine Feminine, memories of you. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's interesting, but not that. God, you know, I'm so not surprised about that card. But I just want to be able to see the comments as well. And so the card for the Divine Feminine is movement, choices, and decisions. This is very interesting, and there's a lot to say about that, but I think because there's so much to say, I'm going to pull a clarifying card with the lovely Colette Barron-Reed, because these are really beautiful cards, and I just wanted to see actually in what direction are they speaking about here, because so much could be said about movement, choices and decision. How do I find my twin? Sorry. Yay, it's live. I'm just reading. It's very emotional. Hold on, it's very emotional. Okay, hi guys. Sorry, I was just taking a moment just to read some of your lovely comments, because it is really lovely for me to connect with you. So keep your comments coming. It keeps me going. Okay, so we're just going to pull a clarifying card for the Divine Feminine, because what's going on there? The Two of Water. Whew. Okay, so this has got something to do with the Divine Feminine having to come to a level of spiritual mastery she's really, really been challenged at the moment to realise that, like, even though she has these intense, like, you know, emotions, like that she is really remembering now to not necessarily be always identifying with them, because that is not who you are, Divine Feminine. These you know, intense emotions, these are visitors to the holy mansion of yourself, and your divine presence is the host. And these intense emotions are like clouds, and clouds just come every day and visit the sky, but they're not the sky. The sky is the sky, and you are the host. Do you know what I mean? So it's really, really important now that the Divine Feminine like realises that probably the next stage of her stepping up into her spiritual mastery is really, really getting clear about when these visitors knock on the door, or when these emotions and experiences arise, which they will, because that's the very nature of being the sky, that you will have we have all these displays. But the whole point is, are you identifying, are you believing yourself to be that, or are you remembering and recognising yourself to be the, you know, to be the host, and these are visitors, and they're allowed. And in that moment of that recognition, that is when we are liberated, we are set free from the shackles of the third dimensional realm, quite simply in that moment of recognition. It is so simple, and I always speak about this every single video. Anyway, so Divine Feminine, it's time for you to really, really step up now with your spiritual self-mastery, because a lot of you are coming into union, and as I've said in every single thing I do, is that in many ways, like, life on the third dimension has been quite a lot easier for the Divine Feminine than it has been for the Divine Masculine. So we are now in this gateway where many, many physical unions are coming together, and so the Divine Feminine has to be really, really stable now in her spiritual practice, and the fact that she is not identifying with these lovely, lovely visitors of all shapes and colours and intensities of emotion. She's not identifying with them. And when she does that, when her Divine Masculine comes, she reminds him that he's not a victim of that actually he's a self-master. So with regard to movement, choices and decisions, this is obviously saying to a lot of the Divine Feminines that are watching this, is that with the intensity of this energy wave that we are experiencing, if you are in jobs that are not in alignment with your true spiritual gifts that you have incarnated to share, then it is very, very likely that in this gateway there will be a transformation in that area. And that is not necessarily for everyone, but that is for some people that whose jobs are not in alignment with their actual true soul gifts. And all of those that are watching this, you'll know if it's you. But so there is saying for a lot of the Divine Feminine, it's about you know, being really authentic, and you know, and if you're being this light worker and saying you know, you believe and you trust, then do it. Let go, trust, and you know, trust in the gap. Trust that the universe will fill up that gap if you have to leave that job, you know. And I can speak from direct experience of stepping into this whole role. Like, you know, I was a fashion designer for 11 years, and I had a very, very successful and very, very steady income, and it was a really, really massive passion of mine was making clothes. And but I got to a point where they were like, we are no longer going to support you. And it happened for over about a 4-month period, and I still didn't give up. And then I finally got the message, and then that was when I wrote my blog. And then as soon as I wrote my first blog, that was it. Boom, 1,000 million doors open. So, like, take inspiration from that. Like, if you follow your dharma, then doors will open. So that was the message for the Divine Feminine, very interesting. And, oh my golly, this is for the wave. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love that. That makes me... my God, I mean, guys, whoever's done the transmissions, yeah, like we have been fully working with the magenta ray. Like this is the colour of the event. Like what is the universe saying to us? The universe is saying to us that this whole event thing, like this is real. This is real, you know, and I swear to God, I would not be sharing this message if I had not my very own personal self received a direct message from my spirit team, who I absolutely implicitly trust and love, and they shouted at me, they didn't tell me, they screamed at me. And I know to take heed when I'm spoken to like that by my higher self. And it's got to do with this event, and this is to do with the magenta ray. So this card is confirming to all of us that the wave is here, but there is going to be a moment where we will be, you know, overtaken, you could say, by the magenta mist, I believe. So that's exciting, isn't it? Hello, Joanna. Oh my God, I suddenly got really cold. Oh, I've got the energies, guys. It's like talking about the wave and talking about the... Oh, okay, right. I'm going to now pull a card. Whoa, that was a strong card we pulled for the Divine Masculine, guys. We pulled Memories of Love. And, okay, so I think what we'll do, we'll just pull one clarifying card for that. Five of Wands. Yeah. Okay, I think the message of this card is pointing to quite a lot of conflict. There's quite likely to have been quite a lot of conflict in some of the Divine Masculines' realities at the moment, and that's because there's a lot of fear is being stirred, because the energy of the wave is bringing up a lot of fear. Because like it's bringing, like it's ordering transformation, and for so many of us we get so kind of like comfortable with dysfunctionality and comfortable with our limitations, but that's just not going to be tolerated in this gateway. But I think this definitely connects to there being, like, you know, there are conflicts going on, but it's only referring to like situations that are not in alignment with your you know, what you know in your heart is possible. If what you know in your heart is possible, that will stay. That will never ever go. That will stay. That's good to know, isn't it? It's all going good. We're going to pull a card now. We're going to pull 3 more cards for the Divine Masculine, the Divine Feminine, and the event. We're going to go deeper now into this exploration. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so intuition. Interesting. So messages coming through for the Divine Masculine. A lot of work is being done on the Divine Masculine, particularly in the dream time. And I know that we've heard that a lot in this Ascension Twin Soul journey, I know. But this is still going on for the Divine Masculine. This is what I'm really hearing. But it's got a different intensity to it. Like a lot of the work that was going on in the dream time, it was going on such a deep level that they weren't really able to remember that much. But what's going on is that they're being really, really worked on at a level that they're actually going to be able to remember. And they're being really, really shown their actual divine self through the dream time. That's what this message is about, because they were... It's been tricky for them to really get it, you know, the fact that they're these light warriors and they've returned to Earth on a mission to, you know, anchor unconditional love back into the electromagnetic grid of Gaia, to support in the ascension dance that Gaia is experiencing, that we all are experiencing. You know, they forgot, and so this is what they're getting worked on in their dreams. But this time their dreams are like they've got a stick and like, wake up, you Divine Masculines, wake up. So, wow, very interesting. So for the Divine Feminine, there's fertility. And I think the message of this card is wants to speak about, there's been, with the intensity of this wave, there have been quite a lot of Divine Feminines whose menstrual cycle has been affected. And for some of us, there's even been 2 cycles in 1 month. And the message is that if you are having some sort of like, you know, strange behaviours in your menstrual cycles at the moment, sisters, the message is like, don't worry. It's to do with the energies, and they're really, really assisting us all now to have a very, very, very deep collective clean out of our wombs. And I definitely have experienced that. So if you're having, you know, anything unusual going on, like just trust in your body's knowing, and that it is something to do with the energies. Also, this is saying about sisters at the moment, like a lot of you will be getting downloads. We're all getting constant downloads. And the message to the Divine Feminine is that you are getting a lot of downloads about the work that you are meant to do. And it's the, you know, and it's about putting yourself out there, getting your website designed, creating your event, and really, really now turning it from a sort of like a vision to an actual thing. That is the message of this card. It's, you know, it's time, and I know that will relate for a lot of sisters. Hi Jay Shri Jessie. So yeah, that's the fertility card, and then the card for the energies of the event is hope. Oh, that's such a powerful transmission. Like, let's all just take that in for a moment. To me, that is just so powerful. Oh, Amy, bless you, hon. Sorry, just going through some of the comments, and you know, this has been made public, so it has attracted. I'm very, very protected, but occasionally you get the odd, I don't know, just someone that just wants to start an argument. It's just so unnecessary, man. Anyway, so here we have the hope card. God, I mean, well, that speaks 1,000 million words to me. That's just like, well, obviously it's coming, we're in it, and the wave might be tomorrow. We don't know, but it doesn't matter, and I am excited. Yeah, I'm excited. So excited about this wave, because I've experienced it myself personally, and it activated the complete and utter metamorphosis of my consciousness from being a 3D caterpillar to a multidimensional butterfly. So, and that is the event, it's that process. And, you know, luckily there are some that have gone through it, and that we are the way showers. And that's what it is. It's photonic light. It's God particles that communicate to humanity's DNA, reminding us who we truly, truly are. That, yeah. The event is hope. Hello, David Hopkins. The event is rapture. Do you know what we've actually called the event, David? I think you'll like this. It's called Divine Grace. We're calling her a wave, and she's called Divine Grace. It's unanimous. So hope, guys, like, this message is saying that we are beyond time and all of this whole concept of when and what and if and is of the third dimension, and we are beyond that. We are in the eternal now. I am the wave, you are the wave, we are the wave, she is the wave. Like, this is it, I am it. And the more people that awaken and ignite to that realization of like, whoa, holy Maloney, I've got to, like, you know, I'm the wave, I'm the butterfly. I've got to go out there and radiate positive, healing vibrations to all who come into my vicinity. It's like, yeah, that's right, 24/7. Like, no breaks for the light worker. No breaks for the light worker. So, there we go. Wave of Masters, Wave of Grace. I think I'll turn the comments off on this because otherwise I'll get drawn in. I know, I've got my crew, Adema and Amy, I know for sure, holding space. So the hope is, that's the hope. That's amazing, guys. Okay, so now we're going in for another 3 more cards. We're going to pull this together, otherwise it will just be a ridiculously long video, which they always are, and then on YouTube they're too long. Everyone's like, oh no, we only want a 10-minute video on YouTube, and my videos are about 2 hours. Hi, Durham. Oh, 44 minutes ago. Okay, oh, this is 44 minutes. Hi, Joanna. Oh, thank you, sister. I love you. Right. Ooh. That's hilarious. Oh, my God, I can't believe we just pulled that card. They're having a laugh. It's called The Waiting Game. Guys, we've just pulled a card. I've just been given my spiel all about how time doesn't exist and there's no such thing as waiting. And then Mother, Father, God, in all her great, great glory, has given us a card that basically says it's a waiting game. And, like, okay, so this is obviously, this is the template. This is about the template. Okay, yeah, it's true. There is this template that it's like a program, like a really, really crappy program that we inherited from our families and our culture and our society and all sorts. You know, that basically says that if we can't see it on the third dimensional realm, that means it doesn't exist. So the actual fact of the matter is there is nothing that could be further from the truth. Because that is where ask and it is given comes from. It's the fact that, and that's what we were speaking about in the beginning, is that, you know, in the awakening to our multidimensionality, we know that all timelines are available to us through our own focus. Where do I focus? Oh, in the past? Oh, I'll go to the past. Oh, I'll go to Atlantis. I'll go and heal that timeline of Atlantis. Oh, Lemuria? I'll go back to Lemuria because I'm a multidimensional avatar being, and time does not exist in that knowing, and all timelines converge in the 0 point moment of now. So they're wanting us to have a little bit of a discussion about the true nature of time and the fact that time doesn't exist. You know, all that exists is now. So the fact of the matter is, like, whatever it is that you wish to experience, you just close your eyes and you experience it. And by you having absolute knowing and absolute conviction that that is exactly the way it is, it will be cosmic seconds before it manifests in your field. It can be no other way, you know. But then there's also the fact that for a lot of us on this, you know, on this journey of becoming master manifestors, there is also like a profound purification process, and it's not for myself, it's like I've had to really go to the deepest levels of purification for my channel to be pure enough to be able to call that in and to be the match. So that's what it's talking about. It's just wanting us to speak about this whole thing about time and actually like just wake up from the spell. Like, you know, we can use time as it's a great tool if we need to meet someone. You know, you need your kids home at 10 o'clock, or you need to go and meet someone at 2 o'clock. Yeah, it's a great tool. Like, we'll use it for that, but let it not define who I am as a consciousness being. Like, it will not define that. It must not define that, because it's an illusion. It's a 3D construction. And the more we know that, the more we are in that, the wave. That is the energy of the wave. It's the knowing and remembrance of that. Time doesn't exist. Time's not even real. Okay, guys. Well, so there's a big, massive teaching there, a reminder for all of us about there's no such thing as waiting. Union, you're in union. Like, use the power of your imagination. Really, really enjoy the fifth dimensional. That is the fifth dimensional relationship with your twin. Like, it's nothing that, it's not that complicated. It's the relationship that you have with your twin in your imagination, because your imagination is the 5D realms. So yeah, it's about like really, really using the power of our imagination to draw it into the physical realm. Oh God, golly gosh. That's a strong card to pick for the Divine Masculine. Woo. Moving on from the karmics. Woo. Guys, what is that saying to you? Moving on. That like, you know, they're spelling it out for us. They're basically saying that the energies are not supporting many of the divine masculine twins that are in karmic relationships. These relationships are no longer able to be supported by this current intense energetic influx. I mean, look at it. All of us are getting upgraded. I'm getting upgraded. My mum's getting upgraded. Like, everyone's getting upgraded. Like, everything and everyone. Like, the grass is getting upgraded. The butterflies are getting upgraded. Every single one, we're all getting upgraded. So of course our divine masculines are getting. Oh, Grace Hysteria's here. Yeah, we're all getting upgraded, aren't we, Grace? Like, you know. Or the grass and the trees and the birds and the stars and the black holes and the worms, we're all getting upgraded. Yeah, that's what's going on. So of course our divine masculines, they're part of that. Everyone's part of it. There's no getting away from it now. Yeah, so we have entered the stream. We've entered the stream of this photonic light now, and we're really, really about to go full throttle into this wave. And the only way I would possibly come out into the world and share that message is that if I would have received that direct message myself, and I did, and that is why I come forth with that message. And the message that my guides gave me was that the way showers must be prepared. They must be prepared. They must be stable in their remembrance of their divinity, of that all that exists is now, and that all is well. They must be stable lighthouses, because this wave is gonna affect everyone. When the big, full-on, massive wave comes, it's gonna affect everyone. They've shown me. And when it happens, it's gonna. All those masses of people are gonna need us, who are gathering here in these groups, the way showers, the star seeds, the light workers, those that have done the metamorphosis, because that is what it's all about. You know, taking our place as galactic citizens. You have to have metamorphosed from a caterpillar to a butterfly, from one who believes oneself to be, you know, limited and of the third dimensional realm, to the absolute knowing and understanding that you are an infinite and eternal being, and that you have the sovereign power to choose your vessel as and when you please, you know, within that, the journey of eternity. So we must all come to that. We must all come to that absolute knowledge, that unwavering knowledge, that, and that for myself, it was that coming always back to that knowing and remembrance of, like, who is the creator, who is my creator, and always being so blessed with eyes that could see Mother, Father, God, made me know who I am, and then who my brothers and sisters are. So that is the metamorphosis of one's consciousness. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, isn't it? I am a butterfly, you are a butterfly. We have a song. I've got a song about butterflies. Far away on a magical island, there lies a cave with a mystical door. All are welcome, but those who enter never shall return, not a single day more. Never shall return, not a single day more. Can you hear the rhythm of my heart beating in time with the drum in your hand? Fly away on the wings of the ocean, meeting and finding the butterfly people, meeting and finding the butterfly people, butterfly people, butterfly people, butterfly people, rainbow people. Far away on a mystical island, there lie a cave with a magical door. All are welcome, but those who enter never shall return, not a single day more. Never shall return, not a single day more. Can you hear the rhythm of my heart beating in time with the drum in your hand? Fly away on the waves of the ocean, meeting and finding the butterfly people, 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 butterfly people, rainbow people, butterfly people, rainbow people. Butterfly people, rainbow people, butterfly people, rainbow people. Far away on a mystical island, there lie a cave with a magical door. All are welcome, but those who enter never shall return, not a single day more. Never shall return, not a single day more. Can you hear the rhythm of my heart beating in time with the drum in your hand? Fly away on the waves of the ocean, meeting and finding the butterfly people, meeting and finding the butterfly people, butterfly people, butterfly people, butterfly people, rainbow people, rainbow people. Butterfly people, rainbow people, butterfly people, rainbow people. Butterfly people, rainbow people, butterfly people, rainbow people, rainbow people. people. Indeed, the voice heals, beloveds. The frequencies of the new earth are stored in our hearts. Thank you, JB Akins. I wish I did hear your accompaniment. Thank you, Grace. Thank you, Grace, for your presence. You have Mother Mary looking over you. Oh, Mr. Unicorn has not been in the picture. That's no good, is it? Set, rearrange. Set, rearrange. No. Oh, 50 shares. Yes, my sharing family. You're doing a fine job. Okay. Right, so last card. One of the last cards for the energy. Oh, so moving on. So that's obviously to do with the divine masculine. They can't, it's just not going to work anymore. Things are going to shift. They're moving on. They're basically, a lot of the divine masculines will be moving to your particular area. I'm getting confirmative chills. So the energy of the wave is sacral chakra. Okay, so this is very interesting, beloveds. Look what we've got here. So we've got, for the energy of the wave, we've got the magenta, which no one can deny the magenta. We're feeling the magenta. We've also got the solar plexus, and we've also got the hope card, which is very much like the sun. Like, that says a lot to me, that things are moving and shaking with regards to this alignment with this big energetic wave. Wouldn't you say, Katie? Wouldn't you say, Katie? Because I would. Look at those cards, beloveds. They're like boom. There we go. So yeah, so solar plexus, this is basically saying, okay, there's a deep message, right? Okay, I'll bring it through. Okay, right, this is the message that I'm receiving about the solar plexus chakra from many of us that have been drawn to this. That there, for some of us, if we explore in our solar plexus chakra, there will be lifetimes where we have misused our power. There will be memories of lifetimes where we have misused our power. And because of that, there is a guilt that we believe that we deserve because of that. And the energy of this solar plexus card is asking all of us to have a good clean up of the solar plexus, and it's really like I'm feeling a lot about this energy of forgiveness. Like, you know, it's really time for all of us to put the, you know, to clean the slate with whatever's happened in any past life, in any timeline, and really you know, release ourselves from this shame and this guilt. Yeah, so this is asking us to do some chakra cleansing, particularly in our and this, I think a lot of this is to do with the divine masculine, actually, and this is for a lot of the divine masculine that in previous lifetimes have fought in battle against their will, and that there's been a lot of guilt associated with that, the fact that they were doing their job, but you know, but it wasn't the right thing to do. So again, this message is definitely going out, I think, predominantly now to the divine masculine, but to all of us actually, to have a clean up. But this particular it is time now for you to really do some deep forgiveness, you know, for your the experiences that you've had on this earth. And a lot of those times you were taken away from your mother. You were taken away from your mother. Yeah, you were. You know, you were taken away from your wives and your children. So it's really time for the masculine to forgive themselves. Really, it's so crucial now for this ascension, for this whole important ascension trajectory that we are on, that we are speaking about. We get under pressure. We get under pressure. Oh, a card just flew out. Okay, so that's basically all the 6 cards to do with the event, the energies of the event, and the twin souls. So we've got 2 more cards now that have come out, and oh, that's interesting. Ooh. So, oh, I love that card. So that's the 0, which is the Fool, which is, you know, it's all about the 0 point now, isn't it? Like, to be in self-mastery is to reach the 0 point, and that's to realise that you know, that really that all timelines exist, but there's no such thing as time as you know it. That's what, and so in that knowing you enter the 0 point. And that's what this card is about. It's about speaking about the how it's so essential now for the light workers, for the way showers, to step up in their spiritual mastery, because this wave is coming pretty soon, according to the messages definitely that I'm getting. And when it does come, it's going to need you to be stable. You're going to have to done that metamorphosis already, you know. Yeah, so yeah, it's really beautiful. So it's about going back to the 0 point field, and this is how we enter the kingdom, the queendom. Like we've got to let go of all you know, this thing about our egos, like bullshit, like crazy narrative about wanting to be right about everything. Like it just doesn't know jack. Like only the heart knows. The heart knows everything. You know, but the ego's like, oh, I've just got to be right about everything. It's like, no, actually, just accept that ego is just will never ever know, and will eternally get it wrong, and will not lead you to your heart's destiny. It will lead you into just pain and trauma and separation and perpetuation of story and drama. So you may as well, and that's what happened to me. I just had to realise one day, I was like, holy shit, this narrative that I've been like quite legitimately and willingly following for 30 odd years is what you know, is this actually really serving me? Has this got my best interest at heart? And I was like, no, it's not, no, it hasn't. It's just like, it's just wanting to keep me as a victim, just like, you know, oh my god, oh, the world's this and the world's that. And I was like, oh my god, this whole awakening thing, it's like it's an active process. You don't just, it doesn't just happen one day. Because I'd had my spiritual awakening, but it wasn't just like, you know, it's an active process. You've still got to choose it. Still got to choose it. Still got to choose to show up, you know, in your radiance, in your you know, service to others, regardless of your story. Story will never ever, doesn't seem to go away. Haven't really got there to a place where my story's gone away, but it's just it has no power. And that's what happens in the 0 point. So this is the message of this card. I love this card, talking about 0 point. So we got to get to the 0 point field, y'all. And then we have the Ace of Fire. So that would be connected to the Kundalini energy. So a lot of people are experiencing a lot of Kundalini energy at the moment, as one would expect at times of these intense energetic influxes. So I would say really enjoy your Kundalini experiences. Get your feet on Mother Earth as much as possible, and drink lots of really good spring water, and put lots of good nutrition into your body, and really look after and ground your physical body. Have nice salt baths. Focus on really looking after your physical body if that is occurring for you. And also you know, try, like, make your practice to be present, to not get too caught up in all the you know, the downloads, and even though they're amazing, make your main priority being present. And that's it. And that's how we enter the 0 point field, is through the present moment. So, and then once we enter the 0 point field, well, this is all connected to the you know, well, the 0 is in a way referring to the 2 dormant Kundalini serpents, you know, and then when they awaken and unite, they create a 0. They create a 0, and that's the union of the masculine and feminine within. So that is an inevitable process within this awakening experience, is your Kundalini awakening, and that is what's going on for many people. And it's all good. It's all good, brothers and sisters. There's nothing whatsoever that is not good to say about Kundalini awakening. Just reading some of the comments, brothers and sisters. Right, so final card is, awareness. Okay, so this is, final card is for the Divine Masculine. And it's saying Divine Masculine, you are getting proper information now that is coming from your higher self. And like it is very important that you trust in the signs and the synchronicities that are going on for you right now, that are coming through your dreams, that are coming through alignments, that this is purely and absolutely your destiny that is aligning with you right now. And so you denying it is futile from this point on. Denying it is absolutely futile. And I trust that you are going to, you know, and the message is that there's going to be a lot of movement going on with the divine masculine, and a lot of these divine masculines are going to be relocating to the places where their divine feminines are. That's the message I'm really hearing strongly, that they're going to be moving out of these karmic relationships, because a lot of the reasons why they were in karmic relationships was because they didn't actually genuinely believe that they were worthy of you know, true love. So it's been a real like nightmare journey really to get to that realization of like, oh, holy shit, I do actually deserve love, you know. So yeah, a lot of healing going on right now, and there's big movements happening for a lot of the karmic twin situations at the moment, is what I'm hearing, because obviously these intense energies of divine grace that are washing over our shores they're not able to withstand these unions that are out of alignment. So yeah, that's what's going on. That is basic. I mean, you could just go on and on and on. So that is basically it. And it's very long. My videos are always long. To see if there's any messages anyone wants to share. It's been a funky ride. I can see this one. Yeah, so that's it basically. It's all good. It's good to see. I might put the thingy back up and just kind of like, Jesus, holy Jesus. So that was it. That was it, guys. I thought that was good. I got a lot out of that. And okay, so that was so fun. Yeah, that was it, brothers and sisters. And thank you to everybody that's joined the new group. It's been a really amazing experience, and it's a phenomenal group to be a part of. So whoever sees this video, I invite you, and if you resonate with all of these messages, to come over to Facebook or come over and find our group. It's called The Event Is Happening, and we had like 11,111 members today, and that was in 4 weeks. So it's a really amazing group, and yeah, it's all happening over there, and this will go out there, you know, this video. And so yeah, come on over and say hello, brothers and sisters. It'll be amazing. So much to say as ever. I'm going to put this video up on YouTube. Oh yeah, I've got to say about the 5-5. I'm going to be letting everyone know, really super excited about the 5-5. We're going to be working with this Pleiadian technology, and like really bringing it back, because it's our birthright. Like, they left it there for us, and we were them. Like, that's what they showed me. They were like the 144,000. They were there at that time of the Pleiades, and we had all these steeds. We got these seeds. I didn't know about that. They told me that. They like, you've got these star seeds. They would put these codes inside you, and that they would go dormant until this time, and then at this time those dormant keys would be activated. And that's why I wrote my post yesterday, because they're now showing me that all these codes are getting activated from the time of Lemuria, of all times. And I didn't know anything about Lemuria. Didn't get it. I wasn't attuned up until about 3 or 4 days ago. And I got shown implicitly so much about Lemuria. And now I know I live there. Of course. It's so hard to spell, isn't it, Jenny? I know. It's taken me ages to learn how to spell the Pleiades. So I've worked out it's Pleiaden. Pleiades. Yeah, so I'm excited talking about it. It's really, really powerful technology that is our birthright, and it's about working with our DNA in its purified form, which is, you know, 12, and I guess it is a 24 strand as well. For some reason, it's multi-dimensional. I think that once the 12 strands get fully activated, then your DNA metamorphosizes into multi-dimensional DNA. I believe that. Probably, I don't know. Yeah, so I'm calling everyone to come forth for the 5-5 transmission. It's going to be so amazing. It really, really is going to be phenomenal. And it will be the completion of this cycle that we did from the 11-1, the 2-2, the 3-3, the 4-4. The final one is going to be on the 5-5, and then we will begin a brand new cycle which will lead up to the Lion's Gate. All these waves. And another thing is that my guys have been really telling me there is strong messages about many twins coming into union right now in these different waves. And big shifts are going to be happening around the time of Beltane for a particular wave, and there's going to be loads and loads of physical unions in summer solstice. And I've got full chills up and down my whole entire body saying that. It's true. They tell me, and sometimes the way they tell me things, they give me a lot of like signs when they tell me stuff. Whew. So this is really happening, beloveds. It's beautiful, and it's all connected to the energy of the event. So that's it. Oh, and also big shout out to every person that watches this that is in London. Please come to my very first ever show that I'm putting on at TRIYOGA on auspiciously Friday the 13th, this Friday at 7 PM in Camden Town. Please come. There is an entrance fee on the door, and I would love you come and meet me, and like I'm gonna sing some songs and play some amazing music with Amy and with Ruben, like amazing beatbox artists, conscious like Krishna beatboxing. And I'm gonna be just speaking like how I speak in my videos, but just kind of like in this event. I'm putting on an event. I'm gonna be speaking about the event. So yeah, that's what's going on, brothers and sisters. So if you do happen to watch this and you're in London, please come and see me and support me and tell your friends, because honestly it will be an amazing night. And we're going to do a big massive healing for London as well, for all the situation that's going on in London at the moment with all the youth. I can't even talk about it, but anyway, that's it, beloveds. On that note, I'm just going to say thank you so much to all of you that have tuned in. Thank you so much. God bless everybody. I'll put this video on YouTube as well. And I bless you all. Just sending everyone so much love. And we've got this star family. We are the wave. I am the wave. You are the wave. We are the wave. This is the wave is happening. And the more of us that know this and have really gone through that metamorphosis, like we are the wave, and we are encouraging that timeline of that collective wave. That's what it's all about now. It's about tuning, because it's there. We've just got to tune up Gaia's frequency to go boom, and that's what we need to focus on. And maybe that's partly my job. I have to gather some sort of like weekly meditations where we specifically work on that for tuning. Anyway, we'll see how it all unfolds. We'll just empty channels. So thank you all so much, brothers and sisters. Goddess bless you all. See you in London, all you amazing divine ones who are going to come. Even if you're in Surrey or Kent or Brighton, it'll be amazing. On that note, namaste. Dear ones, I have brought through a series of extremely powerful MP3 activations that have been designed to fast track you into full union with your beloved twin flame. Number 1, meet the 5th dimensional aspect of your twin flame. Number 2, meet and merge in the 0 point field with your twin flame. Number 3, the Abundance MP3 activation. Number 4, the Self-Worth MP3 activation. Number 5, the Magdalene and Yeshua Divine Union MP3. Number 6, Heal and Restore the Atlantis Timeline. Number 7, the Violet Waterfall MP3. Number 8, the Inner Child Healing MP3. Number 9, Love Your Physical Body Reprogramming MP3. Number 10, Light Language Dispensation. Number 11, Deep Relaxation MP3. Number 12, Balancing, Giving and Receiving. Number 13, Reviving the Frozen Garden of Your Heart. Number 14, Source Frequency Activation. And number 15, Angelic T-Cell Activation. Thank you so much for watching this video, beloveds. Please like, comment and subscribe.